There is daylight between those three surfers, Geordie Smith, Filipe Toledo and Gabriel Medina, for excellent heats. Wow, Medina is going to be right up against it here because Toledo is unloading two monster turns, putting it right on the line through those first two sections. He's already got another good score on the way, but this one might eclipse it. The amount of energy transferred through those first two manoeuvres will be undeniable. The panel is going to have to reward him, and he's not done yet. Hammering this one down the line. Coming up against a surfer that, you know, I think people kind of regard as being more powerful.
Yeah, the highest wave of the morning so far. So beautiful precision surfing on the backhand. It's kind of just, it's reminiscent of a couple of days that I saw her here on the Challenger Series too. So just feeling comfortable in the jersey out here and really identifying what waves to pick, being a goofy footer on the backhand out here today.
It was the big finish, Bugs, that helped push it up into the excellent range.
Well, I think every single goofy footer in the tournament, female and male.
Wildcard call-ups in the early stages as we enjoy the backhand attack of Nadia. Erostarbe clicking a couple beautiful turns, driving into the next one. Wow, she's on an absolute roll, crushing sections. So smooth off the bottom, attacking the lip line as well. Wow. She's going to lay low to right away. She'll get credit for the finish. Getting right through the lip line. Here's the Bonsoy replay, starting with Nadia, Rich.
Really, really beautiful wave here for Nadia. Big swoop on the backhand to start things off. Oh, the second turn, more spray, sits on that bottom turn, and that just fires her up into the lip. Just carving multiple turns down the line, and she gets that finishing turn.
Goes Marco, 5 minutes to go. Time to make his move, chasing an 8.1. There's some of that strong rail work that we mentioned earlier. And this has been a solid start. This is a good looking ride. Hammers the pocket. He's on his way to the number he needs. Can he get the finish down the line? Well, he's not there yet. And he is adding the extras all the way. And worthy of acclaim because the pressure was on.
Let's watch the water angle here. This wave stood up so beautifully, and he set it up with this opening carve and then teed off down the line. These carves down here on the open face, beautiful. Each one of them had a little bit of spice and pizzazz to it as he kicks the tail out, throws a ton of spray off that one. That last little carve to finish off was super difficult.
Sort of bowing out with just a quarterfinal finish as his best result this season. His confidence is a little shook. Let's see how he responds though. Two beautiful turns to get started. The requirement is a 7.27. Ethan on his way with a nice mix-up. Fantastic variety. And a clean combination of moves to get this wave started. And looking for the finish here. Blast the tail, claps the hands. You don't really see that too often from the Queenslander, who's working the hometown crowd now. And that was a really well-constructed ride, power, variation.
Pointed on this wave, geez, he picked this one well. As you said, Bugs, this was a grower down the line. Great snap to start off. This second turn connects, gets a better angle. The spray, as Kaipo mentioned, it went to the heavens. And then this one, that slice, beautiful power hack into another clean snap down the line. Quick wrap, and then he gets to this little shimmy finish at the end where he blows the tail out. And you don't often see an emotive expression after Ethan's waves, but this one, because it's so clutch, he shows us a little bit of a, wasn't a claim, but it was more of a, yep, I nailed that.
18 years of age when he qualified for the championship tour, rocked up to this event right here on the Gold Coast, dropped a 9 on his very first ride. He needed a big number here, and he has delivered. This was excellent surfing. Great combinations on the outside, and every single approach to the pocket had a different look to it.
Just amazing. This guy, we've revered his style and his approach so much.
At each other.
You guys, things already got started in an enormous way. Bonsoy replay. Jake Marshall went to Hammertown, Jesse.
Oh my gosh, didn't he what? There's just something about Jake surfing that feels elevated. It feels spicy this year. Giving us so much variety on this wave, putting it on rail. And look at how this one grows down the line, straight up into the pocket. The way he's sitting just a half beat on the foam so that he can stay nice and vertical as that wave bowls up towards him. his legs would be absolutely burning by now. So he comes through, lays into a massive finish there. This, however, really caught my eye. I watched this from over my shoulder. Mateus, look at this wave selection. This completely bowling back towards him. Two massive Rios in the pocket here. His board looking so loose under his feet. Floats this section. Now it starts to drain out. Mateus tucks in for the barrel through Little Marley here. Lays over the rail for another time into a finishing section. Look at him look back to the beach. He knew that that felt good.
Time world champion.
Oh man, Medina's, to me, unstoppable at the moment. Here we go, here's George though. Bit foamy, but far out.
Yeah, this one might load up for him down the line though. It's a clean looking wall. And these ones have a habit of steepening. And George finds a couple of nice sections here.
Wow, here we
really
go.
attacking the bowl. Some nice rail turns. Grabs the wall, tucks in for some vision. And he gets the exit back out in front. And again, just fully drawing that board right back into the bowl, drifting the fins. This is a leg burner, taking it right through to the inside. And just that relentless hyperactivity on show as he finishes right there on the inside, motoring past Alejo through that ride. And this is going to be a good score. He's going to give that 5.97 the boot.
Let's have a look at this. I love these ones. Start off foamy and they kind of grow down the line. They get all smooth on the face, and that's where George goes to work. Now the wave just starts to clean up, and George starts to really dig into these turns. That slice there, the little layback hack, beautiful. Another crisp down the line slice as he finds the barrel and gets that vision. And then what did you like on the end of this one, Winter?
Oh wow, he just linked it towards, like he knew he had the score here, and he just did these trademark little snaps, bang, right there. And another one. Wow, this was a crazy wave. It started off so foamy, just doubled up.
This is the move right there. Using priority, just like you guys figured, and crushing sections with this big hammer. Connor O'Leary hasn't really had to deliver a big turn in a while because he got two back-to-back, and look, he's still fired up. A backhand masterclass on every single section. O'Leary making it into a double-up now. Running after the lip line, and he slams it shut. What a performance from O'Leary. A lot of fans backing this man, though, how popular he is. Bugs, this is what he did out the back.
Yeah, well, we always knew one thing. If Morgan got a wave, he'll be on the next one. And his backhand has been so good. He's leading the rankings right now, Kelly. Not surprisingly, he's back.
No, and sometimes Gabe's the kind of guy who gets on a roll. Look at this thing, one after another. See if it steepens back up for him down towards the end. But he's one of those guys that gets on a roll, and it looks like it's easy. You know, John gets that going. You've seen Filipe and Italo get that going, but certain guys can make everyone else.
A quiver prepared for that.
You couldn't call and ask him.
And he also, I think he was just in case, you know. But he said he's so match ready as we watch him up again. Carved to start for Toledo. Nice flow, just looks so casual in it.
See, this is the wave that Cole needs, that big open face like this. Just a little more room to move. And then Filipe has lit this wave up pretty perfect so far.
His variety is just unmatched.
It really is. When he won in 2015, everyone just went, okay, well, no one's better than him in small wave.
Yeah,
it was like, right. It was so obvious.
Empire, he said his first board he shaped was just a broken longboard. Look where he is today. Last look at Felipe's wave here, Kelly.
Marcel's done great. He's a super nice guy, too. Yeah, look at nice, even paced. Nothing crazy so far. And then you see the wave just light up right here. Sort of an off-the-top carve to tail release there. A real technical maneuver. Perfect timing there. And you see how he got the board flat underneath him before he came down. Just so no chance of the edge grabbing. Just really a perfect flow on that wave. I don't know if it's going up into the excellent, but it was so well surfed.
Back starts. Let's kick things off to see what Toledo did here, Bugs.
Yeah, well, we saw the end, but he starts out with a massive snap, huge rooster tail. Oh, wow, layback, sliding, amazing turn there, Kelly.
I think he's sending a message right here. He's like, you know, I was going to say, too, that Cole's definitely not out of this heat. And we'll see his wave in a minute to see what he can throw at it. But, I mean, Filipe just kind of stepped up a different level right here, and a friend of his wiped out and got all his teeth knocked out at Gums.
That's amazing.
As we watch Cole Houshmand, frustrating heat to be on the other end of.
But a good wave, and great to see Cole really light it up. I mean, this guy can stand with the best of them, especially on his backhand, but I'd say he's maybe the most powerful guy on tour, also the biggest guy, but he's a great surfer. I've been surfing with Cole at lower since he was a teenager, and knowing one day he's going to be on tour. He's such a good surfer.
And then the undeniable power of Gabriela Bryan, putting everything into every single section. She's going to try to force the judges to give her something in the X1 range. She'll throw some water off the rail there to start this one off. Pushing hard into another cutback on the open face. Whitewater just funneling behind her, and she drills it in the pocket into a searing open face hook. Winding up, checks it there with the speed snap. Nice timing, throwing a big fan off the roof. Gabriela Bryan carves her way through, and she wants more. This is why you train. I don't even think she can get tired. She wants a bit more. Way down the beach. She's heading towards Greenmount. Are you kidding me? Look at this wave. Passing the free surfers all the way down towards Greenmount. What a ride from Gabriela Bryan. Now a good look at section for Nadia Erostarbe. She tags it off the roof. Belts it again. Airdrops and lands it. The surfer from the Basque part of Spain is just drilling sections, feeling right at home at Snapper Rocks. Had some reps in the Challenger Series, and she looks really comfortable in a matchup with the world champion.
Whoa.
What a back and forth exchange, and all the momentum in favor of Nadia Erostarbe, Bugs.
I think this is a big score coming.
Goes down, but in contrast, have a look at the wall here for Nadia. Critical turn, tighter in the pocket. The wave stands up, and she starts blowing the top off this thing. And a series of maneuvers down the line. And now it goes again on this inside section. Now she squares up. She's getting that beautiful angle, that real tight pivoting arc off the top, Bugs.
This is a great wave. I mean, if you look here, she's got a couple of maneuvers. She goes to the little layback jam there, and then a bit more variety up into the lip, and just slots straight into the tube. And nice clean exit out. So that's going to feel super good.
So looking for Isabella Nichols to try and fight her way back into this one. She's going to have a look at this wave here. Chasing a 916, beautiful bottom turn into a carve to start this one off. This wave, it's got a nice bowl through this next section here. Belts it again. You can see that board just free falling out underneath her. She's going to go back to the rail and get the finishing turn here. She gives herself a clap. The beach loves it as well. Needs to be the best wave of the heat. It's definitely going to be a moment that's going to fight her back into this one.
Just looks beautiful and dreamy from the beginning. I mean, so critical. Look at how much spray she throws. Nice wrapping turn here. Then she's able to get a little bit more critical there, that moment. Almost lost it, but she keeps it and regains control, and then just another critical finish. So I think this is going to be a, push up. This is going to rival Sawyer for sure. I really loved her. I just think, you got to take your hat off to her and her mental strength there, because this is going to be a massive number. And yeah, really critical moment in the heat for this moment.
Just excellent turn after excellent turn.
And paddles hard to get down the line, building speed. He's been in fine form with these big backhand blasts and delivers another solid blow there. Great transition to maintain a down the line approach. Grabs the rail, tucks in, finds some cover, and comes out. A really well put together wave already, with the opportunity to finish strong on the inside.
Then looks for the ski, and this is that last wave for Kauli Vaast. Geez, he got some acceleration and speed off the takeoff. Blasts the lip, gets the tail release, and again cuts that one under the lip, gets the check stall, pulls that back leg up into a perfect little pig dog stance. And maintains control, threads that barrel perfectly, and finishes so strong.
Ethan, under priority, he's going to do some more surfing, which was the directive of all these fans, and he's going to start with a super explosive first turn, hammers the lip again. And this is a good-looking wave, especially under priority. It's low, didn't see much in it. But Ethan's going to back up that 7.33 with another solid score here. And this wave's going to go again. Tricky pocket to read, but does well. It's got a couple of creases in it. And he's just mixing up his turns now, getting back out in front of that foam for the finish.
At the backbeat.
Yeah, that first turn was huge. And this is what, I just love seeing Ethan just do this, get in a rhythm in a heat. That was just crazy, that first turn. And this, oh my God, what a combo. And then into this, yeah, that was definitely a mistake by Idolo.
Yeah, it has been the case. There's been a little bit of overthinking by competitors, and even Ethan was guilty of it in his round 2 heat. But in the end, when he started surfing, things came together pretty quickly. Dropped 2 big scores, basically surfed a 5.5-minute heat. And this one's been very different in the opening stage of this heat. He's put that form to good use. Have a look at this Bonsoy replay.
Oh, gosh, you can see the hands go up. They help extend the turn. And he's almost turning as he's getting to the manoeuvre. The board direction's already changing. Check the spray out.
Up against such a tough opponent. Here's the replay of the ride, Rich, and there's so much to celebrate here.
Yeah, late drop to swoop, and then just a little skip out on the back foot, but he shoves it on the tail pad, and then here just completely detonates that section. That one was even better, more critical. That was such a steep part of the wave, and he's just got this this ability to do that snap in such a tight radius, but with so much power.
Using priority here. Needs to better a 6-point ride to keep applying pressure on the American, Jake Marshall. Oh, it's a foamy looking face here for Mateus. He's going to tuck in though. It starts to clean up through Little Marley. He's deep in the tube here. Finds the exit, points back to the beach. Mid-wave plane into an air reverse here for Mateus Herdy. It's got more down the line. Starts to really lay into a nice carve. Is there more? There's another section to work with. Chucks to fins again. 2 airs, 1 wave. Another air reverse there. Leandro Dora absolutely loving it here.
Let's go back and have a look what he got done here. So it was started off really foamy, and see the funny angle it had through this section. I mean, you were calling it, Jesse, it kind of had a weird little motion through it, but this was a great read. And then just like the length of the tube, the way it stayed open, and then after this, he gives us progression straight up through the lip, and then gets around the section. It was almost like a transition. Use the air as like a transitioning maneuver, gets the little layback, and then goes to the air again here on the inside. So, I mean, this is that was a masterclass from Mateus. It was really well done on a really tricky wave to read. So I think you got to take your hat off to the read of the water on this wave, and I think this was the perfect move through this section, the barrel. You know, I thought maybe he was going to be a little bit too wide of the barrel, but it just kept providing. And
Surf fan eyes across the world, tune in to Snapper Rocks on the Gold Coast, and for good reason. It is absolutely pumping here at the Bonsoy Gold Coast Pro, presented by GWM. We're into live action. Lobby getting tubed behind the rock. There's that silky smooth carve that we've grown to love from Liam O'Brien here. Into a second tube through Little Marley. This is quite the way to start a heat here from Liam O'Brien. Let's see what he can do through this inside track. He has been surfing this wave for so long now. Getting low. Pushing through another carve again. This wave is going to keep on going. The sandbank, the super bank, has been providing for the last 3 days of competition, and it is not stopping now.
Gold Coast Pro put on an incredible performance when we were up at Burleigh, and he's like kicked it off again here, you know, this afternoon at Snapper. This was an incredibly deep tube. Absolutely comes flying out of that with so much speed. Beautiful demonstration of the rail work that Lobby has to offer, and really a lot of flair as well. I really can't ask for much more. A double barrel. It's like seeing a double rainbow. It's really, really beautiful. And then he gets works it through to the inside here, and, does get a little finish and a couple of other manoeuvres done. I really honestly think, coming into this heat, obviously, we've got George, who won in Margies, and he took down, it was his first event win. So we see Lobby.
He's not done yet. Ooh. Lobby biding his time, throws the fins on that first one. Comes around, this wave is going to bowl out in front of Liam O'Brien. Starts to go up again, pushes even harder with this cupped out wall ahead of him. He doesn't need to do more because he absolutely belted that wave the minute he was on it.
Just didn't really open up for him. And this wave that Liam is on now, it's stretched out his wall. Like, that turn was insane. You know, straight into another big searing carve. Look at the way the wall is just opening up. Another amazing turn and another one. It's like he's just having a dream heat. Everything is actually going his way.
You know, taking great results and performances from those first 2 stops. At Bells, he looked destined for the final, Mick. It was just a massive Hail Mary from Yago that stopped his run. So a 3rd place finish there, 2nd over NWA as we see Toledo up, finding some cover on the outside, building speed, opens the stance, takes to the sky, and you can almost put the house on it. In fact, you can.
Such weapons, like, you know, sit up the top, get a little tube, and then you think it's a closeout, and
bumper.
He does this.
Yeah.
That was a great air too, because he did the full rotation.
There is daylight between those 3 surfers, Geordie Smith, Filipe Toledo and Gabriel Medina, for excellent heats. Wow, Medina is going to be right up against it here because Toledo is unloading 2 monster turns, putting it right on the line through those first 2 sections. He's already got another good score on the way, but this one might eclipse it. The amount of energy transferred through those first 2 manoeuvres will be undeniable. The panel is going to have to reward him, and he's not done yet. Hammering this one down the line. Coming up against a surfer that, you know, I think people kind of regard as being more powerful. Let's have a look at the Bonsoy replay here.
Oh, my goodness. These 2 turns connected one after the other. The whole board almost skipped out of the face of the wave. It was hanging on by like the tiny back of what I think is his swallowtail, perhaps the tip of his fin, but there was just so much power. I noticed when Filipe took off on this wave, it almost looked like he widened his stance by 1 inch or 2, almost like he was just going, I am going to give this an extra bit of power. And through the inside, just so connected, sizzling with each one of these turns.
It's, you know, he dictated the wave, how he wanted to surf it, and that was incredible to watch.
So Medina, you know, he's still actually done some great surfing in this heat, but Toledo obviously on another level as he looks just to ride this one out, stringing together a number of well-timed hits. And he'll climb the roof, speed float down the line here. Again, this guy is just showing remarkable form this season. He's been so consistent through all 3 events. That's going to be probably up there as possibly his best ride.
Polished this perfectly over the last season. And then this is Sammy Pupo. This forehand flare. Oh, my goodness. Shades of his countryman, Filipe Toledo. And this guy has improved exponentially in the last 2 seasons. And he's had such good results out here too at the Challenger Series level, and now he is stepping up into championship form. He just went ballistic, actually. Opening turn, blasts it through the lip, straight off the bottom, and the second one, even more dynamic with a controlled fin drift. Gets right up high there again, so super creative with the approach. Snap to slide, big roundhouse wrap, and then a little extra work down the line, but so strong on those 3 opening manoeuvres. And just looks so good. We have to give a nod to JS.
You know, getting knocked down by the big names as one of the lower seeds. He's certainly setting himself up well for a good charge to the top end of the ladder as he takes off again and just continues to lean into a variety of turns. Lord. So much power. And just slicing through the face of these waves. These are tricky, tight pockets to fit your board into. And he's given it all today. Vertical hits with fin release, layback jams, and a number of big, powerful carves.
That was different again. And it was special. It was amazing. Absolutely incredible. It actually, we got an audible response from you, Vorno, and with Absolutely.
Is he still going?
That was just Vaughn trying to process his lunch.
Hey, mate, I was going to say, it looks like there's a 10-point canvas out here for one of these surfers. I had Miggy in mind because he's chasing a 9.84. Like, there's waves out there that you could just bash and get a 10 on for sure. Did we just maybe see it?
Let's get caught up, though, with Gabriela Bryan and what she got done during that interview. So nice swooping carve there. Gouges through that second turn. She's just got so much power and aggression. She's waiting for this one to hit this inside track. Looks like it's sort of standing up a little bit more through this little inside section. And goes vertical in the approach there that time. And a finish there. So she is looking strong, you know, just to the point as we see maybe Nadia having a look here.
Going to use priority. Nadia Erostarbe, our Basque Country surfer on a good-looking wall. That's a great first turn. A lot of water going out the back here. Second section's even bigger. She was on the heels. She held on.
That momentum down the line. Let's have a look what happens. So she drives off the bottom. Beautiful first turn. It's this second moment here. I mean, she squares up. Just gets a little bit caught on that heel side run, maybe just
upper final that we had over at Margie's, and this just in during the break here, Flick.
Wow, okay, massive turn out of the top. She's so connected for the second one. This is a beautiful looking wave, absolutely. Oh my goodness, just falls on the last turn. But hey, there is going to be some serious numbers come from the strength of these three turns. She is so improved, it's crazy. You're so right, Jessie. I've got to agree with you.
Here on finals day, with a lot of the Brazilians still in contention for winning this one. Crowd going crazy as Ethan Ewing gets to his feet. The Queenslander rips one into the pocket. Drives through the lip with the tail blow, pulls it forward, and just shoves it in the pocket with the wrap, leans into a meaty little finish on the inside corner. Ethan feeling the love here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I know. Now he's already got that 5. Pretty ordinary looking wave, but look at that turn there. And he comes around, just incredible surfing, blows the tail out. A third turn, completely different style, and just whips it around for this finish. That's going to get rid of the 5.
Watching the technique again here, Bugs, and how many different types of turns he can release on this wave.
Yeah, and that's why he just knew going into this wave he was going to pull something like so creative in his turns.
We talk about combinations of major maneuvers. That's in the judges' criteria.
Leo's been doing it with great results, and Connor O'Leary's been free surfing beautifully here on the Gold Coast. But let's have a look at this ride, Rich, because it was an excellent score.
Oh, just connecting with that second re-entry. Beautiful form here from Leo, who is in career best form at the moment. Comes down this little pockety section, blasts the top again, and gets a huge finish.
Into potentially a final and having a crack at a victory on home soil. Here goes Connor, and some of that absolute lightning fast work he's been doing in the free surfs. That's a big combination, rolling thunder down the line here at Snapper Rocks with a bit of lightning chucked in.
Triple bang up from Connor O'Leary. Each one of those turns was right on the edge. Let's check out the replay. What do you like about this one, Owen?
Mate, just this first section, so tricky, but he just powers straight through the thing. That turn was unbelievable. I haven't seen a turn like that in years. I don't think I've ever done a turn like that. That was amazing.
So many good goofy footers on the championship tour. What makes Connor O'Leary's approach stand out?
So he goes really deep off his bottom turn, but when he comes up, he literally hits it like almost beyond 12. And look at this, like he has this like quick whip out of the top. It's like this power extension thing right here. Look at that tail just blows straight out the back. I mean, look at the spray too.
One thing I love, Richard, about Connor's backhand is the fact that after he hits it, he never flattens out. He always is pointing straight down the face. He's almost taking the steepest route out of it.
Yeah, this hit can go either way, you know, and I'm not gonna be impressed if Filipe wins or Sammy, because both are really good in this wave, or Filipe.
Yeah, it's a really tricky start to the ride, but he's going to hang on there. You can see there's some bump for the surfers to negotiate as they make their way through to the inside, but Filipe collecting points on the opening stages of the ride, and it's going to clean up now as this one rolls through Little Marley. And he's building for the finish down the line, and it's tailor-made for the alley-oop. and Felipe's going to stick it. Throws the figure up, and the Grom celebrating with him on the inside there.
I get so motivated when I see so many people, you know, on the beach. I have my family and friends. That motivates me so much. Oh, that's a replay from Filipe.
Yeah, this is that last ride. It was tricky.
In the beginning, it was tricky.
Really hard to surf at the beginning there, and Filipe looked like he was going to come unstuck on that third turn, but managed to get centered back on the board again. Now he starts to fire up, get these beautiful fast wraps down the line. Now he hits the accelerator. Right, here we go. Okay, we know he's squaring up for a huge alley-oop, and as he's done so many times before.
Groomed open faces most of the day yesterday, but a little bit of bump to get through. Nadia's backhand looks solid right there. Tags the lip line. The rookie from the Basque part of Spain just absolutely drills the lip. Winds up again and shuts it down.
Admiring and watching her my entire life. So Steph finding some good form, but she's going to need to push a little bit harder on those waves because Nadia ripped this one.
How's this one flick?
Man, this made me sit up straight in my seat because she is not placing her turns. She is powering through them. Like, honestly, there is a lot of flair. There's a lot of, you know, electricity in her surfing.
In the heat of her life against the queen of Snapper Rocks during the break, Stephanie Gilmore went to town flick.
Oh, hold the phone. Let's see what the GOAT has in store for us. Just beautiful swooping, arcing turns here. Throwing so much spray. It's just classic, right? Like, watching her out here is literally poetry in motion. So beautiful to watch. Gonna, you know, look, if you rewind to the 7.
Looks like there's some set waves rolling our way too. And Liam is taking this wave, committed. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll surf it, probably thinking that he doesn't have the number. And he digs in beautifully there, off the bottom, through the roof again. Got to get on the front foot and get out in front of this wave. He does. Gets a bit of release in the tail there. I think he needs this wave to go again to maybe get the score that he needs. Ducks into the tube for a moment. He'll find the exit. And loading up for more down the line. Climbs the roof, stomps the float, and throws his hands up. Nuggety tubes that we've seen right through the event window. But here's the replay of Liam O'Brien's ride. He went mad on the outside.
Yeah, the outside has to go to Liam O'Brien in terms of wave quality between the two and the intensity and the dynamic nature of the turns that Liam was doing on the outside.
And he gets an 8 for this one. So he gets an 8-point ride for this one right here.
They both had very similar manoeuvres that they went for. And Liam gets the little rock and roll floater to finish off.
You don't see that too often for him. And right behind him, Ethan Ewing now. He'll get his opportunity. Nice blast through the lip. And this is shaping up to be a good ride as well. No mistakes this time on that same turn. Digs the layback and finds the release. And has the momentum to get back out in front and give us more. Loading up for the finish now on the inside. Loves to swing that tail and does it beautifully there, setting the tail free. And still hammering down the line here. Thinking about a pit, grabs the wall, tucks in, gets spat out. Woo! And that one was thick. And he is celebrating there in that exit. And some frustration from Liam O'Brien. He knows the deal. He's in trouble. From Ethan Ewing, we're going to see the Bonsoy replay here now.
Oh, big swoop. Rebound off the foam for Ethan Ewing. And now he gets some clear water. Starts digging those rails in. Bringing this power game on display. Connects with the lip there. Comes around this section, blasts it again. And this wave, little power hack on the face. Another big swooping turn, so very clean rails up to this point. And then this wave just grows and goes again, Bugs, all the way down.
And this is the part that gets very interesting because the wave just hollows out unbelievably right here. You can see it. Look at this over the ledge. Super deep little barrel. Nice little wispy spit.
That was that had some sting on it. Filipe, the big layback gaff to start things off, goes vertical for a little tap. Big wrapping swoop with a rebound. Through to the inside. Again, another little vertical snap. The wave nice and clean. An aggressive full wrap on the inside. And now he just gets to work. Gets a little spin to finish off. Incredible work down the line and really opening up with the bag of tricks on this one. Well, let's have a look at what happened on Connor's first wave. A vertical foam climb and a big extended wrap off the top. Now the wave starts to bowl up. There's one of those huge, aggressive, drifting backside hacks that Connor has on lock. He does some work down the line here and just gets a little caught through this bumpy section.
Back in the day and travelled with Connor on the CT for a couple of years there. Here we go. O'Leary up with a huge first turn off the bottom. And that's another great hit as he comes down through this little Marley section now and just bides his time off the bottom before unloading a huge snap. Looks to get back out in front of it. Wants to finish this one off because Filipe just took a wave through to the inside and didn't get the completion he was after. So O'Leary with a chance. He's holding on to the lead already. He's trying to better a 7.13. A sleepy moment on the ride, but it'll run again through the inside here. And he's having to negotiate some bumps on the face. And unfortunately, that wave just didn't really do too much through the inside section.
On that hillside front edge and outside, Wilco, have a look at this thing.
Yeah, that first turn is so tricky. He was late. He had about a quarter of a second to get up there, and he just made it happen and then backed it up. Big lip line, big power turn, fourth big powerful turn. You're absolutely right. That damage was done at the back. I think he was like, all right, I don't have to force anything here. It's going to stand back up. That rip, unfortunately, just kind of made it a little wobbly, and he didn't get much more, but it's hard to see those first four turns not going excellent in my eyes.
Yeah, one of the tallest sections on that outside, and that's sort of been the
rest of the pace of the wave, but Steph's going to answer a timeless carve. Drives to the pocket again. She's got her rhythm. Vertical transition. Out in front, just lays into the open face. Inside section, she puts it away.
Push as hard as she did here. Flicky nailed it. She's getting better every single time she's up and riding. That first turn, just so traditional, so timeless from Steph. Her style, the technique that goes into these bottom turns, straight up, flaring again through a big layback. And then we came through this inside. She finished it. It had to go excellent. It was easily the best wave we've seen from a woman this entire event. This next carve here, this is when I hurt all your ears and accidentally did an involuntary noise. But look how hard she pushes. She puts that back arm in the water, gets that tail up and into the lip line and just starts driving her way through. And fair enough that Snake and Darren were losing it because we were losing it in the booth too.
Ethan can't sit still. Had the 6.0 on his previous wave. Here he goes again.
Oh gosh, it reminds me honestly of an F1 car just zipping around the track here. He just slams that little lip line there. Quick check snap, deep bottom turn, little lip drift down the line. That one jammed with a bit more angle. Another projection floater down the line. So great variety. Little hack to spin. And gets the closeout hit